Hello everyone, thanks for joining me for episode 33. I'm back down the lake. I've just finished work. The sun is shining, as you can probably see on my knee. I'm all set up in a shelter. I just wanted to get all the kits set up, rods set up, wrapped up, etc. so we can just get straight into this one. Let me just spin you around, show you where we are, what lake we're on, what swim we're in, and then we'll get down to rods, rigs, etc. and get some rods out early this time. So yeah, let me spin you around. Look at that lovely blue sky. Yep, we're back on the Tench Lake, back in the same swim as I was last night. I think I've named it Causeway Corner. I know it's not called that, but that's what I've named it for the purpose of the vlogs. You'll see 3 rods out again, and they're all set a bit neater than last night. I had a couple sort of there and one there. There might be a little bit of wind because there is a light breeze blowing into this corner, so apologies. But tonight they're having all 3 together. It's just easier for me to keep track of. Rod set up, just in case there's any newbies watching. If there is, thank you for joining me. Have a look through the channel. Right, for you regulars, you know what's coming, don't you? 3-ounce flat swivel pair lead, KORDA lead clip, size 8 quick change swivel, 18-pound KORDA contour fluorocarbon mainline with the blobs of putty going up the mainline that are on float stops. All 3 rods are fished the same. So spots same as last night. 1 down on this tree line, 2 out on that gravelly area I found last night. So that's the rods, that's where they're going. Let's get inside the shelter and show you the rigs. Right, I'm just trying to reposition you a bit because the bloody sun's creeping around. It's going to be on me again. Rigs, okay, all 3 rigs are fished exactly the same tonight. So if I can stop that spinning around long enough so you can see it, that is a 16mm Manila dumbbell sideways on. In the middle is a 16mm Manila active tough one, and then at the bottom is another 16mm Manila dumbbell side on. Rig length the same again, about 9.5 inches of the KORDA dark matter sinking hook link. What I have noticed is when you have a big bait, your hook link naturally twists. When you wind in, it really does twist your hook links up. So always when it's a fresh day or you've wound in, just disconnect the hook link and take the twist out, because this stuff seems to twist. Don't know if it's like that with all braided hook links. I've always used this one. You'll see big gap from the bait to the hook again. Big size 5 thinking anglers, super sharpened hook. I've sharpened them like they literally have you instant. Just the old shrink tube kicker and the rig ring set up. All 3 rigs are the same. There's 1, 2, I'm trying not to get bloody tangled, 3, just so you can see. Not that I'd tell you porkies, because that's not how it is. Right, as the title on the thumbnail says, go big or go home. This is where it goes slightly different. My PVA bag I'm having on each rod has exactly 20 16mm Manila shelf lives in it. Yes, I've counted 20 out 3 times. Each bag is 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 PVA bags. They've all got 20 baits in, so they're going to get hooked onto the rig and then PVA'd round. But just because I don't think that's quite enough out there, which is a mental amount around a hook bait, we're going to wrap the hook baits in paste as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all these sorted and I'll bring you back and explain why I'm doing what I'm doing, basically. So let me get these all sorted out and I'll bring you back. So I've just finished tying one up. Look at that. That is like a missile of bait going out. That is absolutely massive. I have just finished pasting the other hook baits up. Look, so they are absolutely massive. That gives you an idea. Yeah, 20 baits and a big old hook bait. That's what's on there. So I'm going to get the other 2 done. We'll get the rods out and then I'll go through why I'm doing what I'm doing and just explain a couple of little tips regarding what I'm doing so you don't make mistakes if you ever go yourself, because who knows? We don't, do we? That's why we try things. So there they are, all ready to go out. Let's get some rods out now then, and let's have a discussion about this little setup tonight, because it's certainly different, isn't it? Okay, let's start with the left-hand rod. Let's get that monster out there. You see, it's amazing. Look, if I move it there, block that sun, it's a lovely view. It's just that glint of sun coming through that's making this clip look hazy through my phone. So apologies on that one, it's not East Coast for a change, it's the weather. Anyway, enough nonsense, let's get this rod in. Right, now for the middle. Okay, and now time for the right hand rod. So all three rods out on, I don't know, what can we call that kind of setup? Has it even got a name? I don't know. It's the, I don't know, gobstopper rig. Let's do that. It's called the gobstopper setup. Why am I trying it? Because I fancy it. You know, I thought about it today at work. I thought, do you know, I just want to try something a bit out there. In case you haven't noticed, if you've watched me, I'm not your normal fall in line kind of in general life. I mean, not just angling. My van, you look at my van, how many people drive around a van like that? That's just me. I'm an out there kind of person. I'm different to the rest, and all I'm trying to do is be different to the rest on here. I'm probably not. Somebody's already probably tried this before in the past, more than once, who knows. But tonight, that's what I'm trying. And what I'm trying to get is a small confined patch of bait that glows, either as a massive homing signal or a really, really big warning signal. I don't know. That's what trying things and learning answers, etc. is all about. But what I want to achieve is when those carp come across that area, because they will do at some point, they will come across that tonight. I want them, one, to know it's there, and two, which is the fingers crossed bit, is that curiosity gets the better of them and they drop down and they start picking. Because if they pick one bait, they will then pick the lot, and that means at some point they will pick the hook bait up and hopefully they slip up. That is my thinking behind what I'm doing. I've never caught a fish on this. If I'm honest, I don't ever think I've cast out a rig with that many freebies around it, but you never know, do you? You never know. So let's see how it goes. And I don't think it's fair just to put it out there tonight and say yes or no. I think I've got to put it on one rod for maybe the next 3, 4, 5 sessions before I can say yes or no either way. But I am in a good spot on here. I do think this is a good swim. I've seen quite a few people in here over my years on here, so there is a reason you see people in here. And I do know it's done fish out of this swim each season. So yeah, I'm in a good spot to try something that's different for me. While I'm on the clip, a massive thanks to you lot for commenting on the thumbnail question I asked on a previous vlog. Do you want to see a fish on it or don't you? So whether you know I've caught or whether I haven't caught. I don't think anybody said, yes, please put a fish up, I want to know you've caught. Everybody, it was unanimous, said, mate, I'd sooner not know. So thank you very much. That's what we're doing. From now on, thumbnails will not have fish on them, whether I've caught or not. It's not a trick for me to get you to watch it to see if I do or I don't. It's, I've asked you what you want. That's what you want. I'm happy to do it that way. I would prefer it to be that way, you know. I personally think for me, if I know someone's caught a fish, I'm kind of watching their vlog and I'm waiting for it, like, when's it happening? I know it's going to happen because I've seen it. I know you've caught, when's it going to... And I think that spoils it a little bit, but that's my personal opinion. But everyone who's commented kind of must feel the same way, because I've all said, yeah, I'd sooner not know. So that's what's happening there. Yeah. Again, thanks very much. It's you lot that help improve the vlogs. Not the filming quality or the fishing ability, but how you want to see it, you know. I've also had a lot of you say, mate, 10 minutes ain't long enough. Can you make it 15? Stretch it to 20. I am trying it, but a lot of it ends up with me doing this, talking to a bloody camera, and you like, shut up, you dickhead, and get on with the fishing. So it is a compromise, but for now, that is what I am going to do. I am going to get on with the fishing. Just as soon as I've said, just before I go, thanks again for supporting the channel. All of you lot that do whatever way that you do, again, it is massively appreciated by me, and that seems to be a word that's stuck in my head. Have you noticed? Massively. I'm not from Manchester, and I think that's a Mancunian word, isn't it? If it's not, apologies to you Manchester lot. I've got a couple of mates in Manchester and they say it quite a bit. But yeah, from me, thank you very, very much for the continued support. All you people that are liking, commenting, sharing, watching regularly, subscribing. Any newbies, if you are, have a look through the channel, see what you think. If you want to stick around, if you wouldn't mind hitting subscribe, it is massively appreciated. It's that bloody word again, but it does really help the channel out, and there is no contract, no sign-up fee, no nothing. If you want to think I've had enough of this knobhead, I'm going, just click it again, you've unsubscribed. Anyway, speaking of going, I am now. I'm going to get the kettle on. Again, from me, thanks so much. That's a pleasing sight. Our brew kit's out, kettle is on. Just what you want in blistering hot sunshine, isn't it? Yep, I knew you'd be around. You ain't gone anywhere since I've set up this bloody thing. 2 pans down there. We're having some food shortly. Burning's going to commence, and it's something different tonight. Not sure how it's going to go. I just couldn't do another steak tonight. I needed something else. So I'll bring you back when I get burning, basically. Cheers everyone, first one of the vlog. Look what we've got in here tonight. Pork chops. I know what you're thinking, how is he going to ruin them? If I'm honest, I don't know yet, but leave it with me. I will bring them back when they're absolutely decimated. Right then, it's time for the grand unveiling of tonight's burning. Now before I show you it, I don't want to hear any of it. I'm telling you, this is how you have to eat your pork. Check that out. Proper. See, even the smoke coming out of the pan tells you it's ready. Happy days. I'm going to get those 2 out, and I've got another 2 to cook in the other pan. So, double burning bubble tonight. But you'll only see one. Well, I don't know, you might see the next one. We'll see. Anyway, one final look. Culinary perfection. Now we have round 2. Round 1 was lovely. Round 2, nearly ready. Happy days. Finally, you see that sun is just dipping below those trees now, which is, yeah, great, because it's really, really a hot sun trap here, and it's blinding. You can't see out the lake. When you sit here, you're just blinded. Now I can see the lake. It's flattened off. Line just nice and slack coming off the tips, which is good. Everything is set. I can't do any more. It's literally down to the carp now. If I got one out of here, I would be made up. I don't care which one. The smallest one, I'd be over the moon, because this is probably the most difficult venue up to now that I've ever fished on. It's definitely the most hardest one on this complex. Nobody will disagree with that comment on here who fishes on it. I think, what, you got 17, 18 fish in here? Yeah, it's not many. Not many considering the amount of tench that outnumber it. That's what makes it so difficult. But for now, the rigs are doing okay. I've only had 1 tench, which I'll take that, because I know people that have like 20, 25 in a night. So I'm more than happy to have done 2 nights on here now for 1 tench. Yeah, that's a good result. So let's hope tonight is night 3. Is it night 3? Oh no, I've done 3 nights around the other side, but, or 4. We're not counting them because I was fishing small, short rigs and got absolutely hammered, as you might have seen. But since I've been on the long rigs, yeah, I'm 1 tench for 2 nights. So let's hope it's 1 carp for 3 nights, eh? Fingers crossed. If anything happens, you'll know about it. And if it don't, I'll tell you about it. That nothing's happened in the morning. Adios. Good morning from a very misty morning on the lake today. Bobbins. Let's start with bobbins. They come off about 11 o'clock last night when the bats come out. Just got liner after liner after liner. Took my bobbins off. I've not had one. So there's a little tip for you. I'd still know if I catch a fish or get a bite because the line just pulls up tight and pings out the clip. So yeah, I'm going to put those back on in a moment. I'm going to put the kettle on in a moment. But fish front, nothing. Soon just took my bobbins off, no liners. Not seen anything this morning. It is only 4:30 to be fair. I've only been up about 10 minutes. Pollen count's high as well this morning because I can feel it, my nose is bunged up. But never mind. We'll get the kettle on and we'll see what happens this morning. You never know. It could happen. It's going to happen at some point. This morning could be the morning. Surprise, surprise, who's here ready for breakfast? There is none. No, you can squeak all you want. You're not getting it. Not today. Cheers all, first one of the morning, much needed. Geese update. Yep, it's not grown or changed colour. One's gone, one's back. It's one in, one out on here. This one was nearly asleep last night on my shelter. I looked sort of down here. It was sat there with its eyes bloody shut and just left it to it. But yeah, look at that mist this morning. Never done very well in the mist. Don't know about you lot, but I've never favoured the mist. It's just whether there's some kind of reaction going on in the lake that stops the fish feeding. I've just never found fishing in the mist very productive for me. But there you go. The one thing I can take from this is when I wind in this morning, if I've not caught a fish, which it's looking like I probably won't, there is then 3 patches of safe clumped boilies out there for if the carp find them before the tench do, you know. If there's still bait out there, who knows? I could have been turned over. They could have had all the freebies and just spat the hook bait. You just don't know. But if they get used to finding that at some point, that's got to be a good thing. So yeah, I'm definitely sticking with that on at least 1 rod. Might put it on 2, might put it back on all 3 next time I come in here, who knows. But yeah, I don't think that's a bad thing, leaving patches of boilie like that on the lake if you're the only person doing it. So yeah, might be worth considering. But for now, all I'm going to do is have my coffee, hope the mist burns off, and hope in the last 40 minutes I've got before I've got to pack up, something happens. If it does, you'll definitely know about it. If it doesn't, I'll probably see you for an outro. Well, sadly, it's that time. All the kit's packed away. All I've got to do now is take my net and hook him back and all that and get myself off to work. So sadly, another blank, but we tried something different. I am going to stick with trying that method, I think, at least 1 rod, like I've said, because I do think there could be something in it. Who knows? Hopefully enjoy the different burning of food tonight, because, yeah, I'm getting bored of steak, but don't think I'll be having the pork too much, because I don't think that's as good as the steak for me, but excuse the bird life, it's bloody mad, they're all sort of down by my feet. Anyway, from me, that's enough waffling this vlog. Again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you're out this weekend, make sure you take plenty of fluids, because it's going to be another hot one, and I hope you're lucky. Catch you on the next one. Thanks again for watching.